Otto Eduard Leopold von Bismarck was born on April 1, 1815 at Skönhausen, in the Prussian province of Saxony. He came from an old Junker family, the traditional landowning nobility of Prussia. His father, Karl Wilhelm Ferdinand von Bismarck, was a conservative country squire, while his mother, Wilhelmine Mencken, came from an educated middle-class background and had ambitious plans for her son. This mixture of rural aristocratic tradition and urban intellectual influence shaped Bismarck's personality. From childhood he learned discipline, pride in Prussian traditions, and respect for authority, but he also developed an independent and sometimes rebellious character. Education and youth. Bismarck was educated first at the Plamen Institute in Berlin and later at the universities of Göttingen and Berlin. At university he studied law, though he was more interested in social life, fencing, and debating than in academic work. He became known as a strong, confident young man with a sharp tongue and a quick temper. After completing his studies he entered the Prussian civil service, but he soon found bureaucratic routine boring. He resigned and returned to manage his family estates. During these years he gained practical knowledge of agriculture and local politics, experiences that later helped him understand the interests of the Prussian landed class. Entry into politics. Bismarck entered political life during the revolutionary period of 1848, when liberal movements were demanding constitutional reforms across Europe. Unlike many young politicians, he opposed liberalism and defended the traditional power of the Prussian king and the aristocracy. He became a member of the Prussian Landtag, parliament, and quickly earned a reputation as a brilliant conservative speaker. His loyalty to the monarchy attracted the attention of King Frederick William IV. Bismarck believed that Prussia should lead Germany but only under strong royal authority, not through democratic revolution. Diplomatic career. In the 1850s Bismarck served as Prussian ambassador to the German Confederation in Frankfurt, then to Russia, and later to France. These diplomatic posts were extremely important for his political education. He observed the rivalries between the great powers and concluded that Prussia could achieve German unity only through power and skillful diplomacy, not through idealistic speeches. He became convinced that Austria was Prussia's main obstacle in Germany and that France under Napoleon III would eventually have to be confronted. His famous belief that politics was an art of possibilities was formed during these years. Appointment as Prime Minister. In 1862 King Wilhelm I faced a serious conflict with the Prussian parliament over army reforms. The king appointed Bismarck as minister-president, prime minister, hoping he would solve the crisis. Bismarck declared that the great issues of the time would not be decided by speeches and majority votes but by blood and iron. He governed without parliamentary approval, collected taxes illegally, and reorganized the army with the help of Generals Roon and Moltke. Although many liberals hated him, his policies created the military strength that later made German unification possible. The Wars of Unification. Bismarck used 3 carefully planned wars to unite Germany under Prussian leadership. War with Denmark, 1864 Prussia and Austria defeated Denmark and took control of Schleswig and Holstein. Austro-Prussian War, 1866 Bismarck isolated Austria diplomatically and won a quick victory at Königgrätz. The German Confederation was dissolved, and the North German Confederation was created under Prussian control. Franco-Prussian War, 1870–1871 By manipulating the Ems telegram, Bismarck provoked Napoleon III into declaring war. The German states united against France, and after victory the German Empire was proclaimed in the Palace of Versailles in January 1871 with King Wilhelm I as Kaiser. Through these wars Bismarck achieved what generations of German nationalists had dreamed of, a united Germany, but created from above by monarchy and army, not by democracy. Domestic policies as Chancellor. After 1871 Bismarck became the first Chancellor of the German Empire. His main goal was to strengthen the new state and protect it from internal enemies. He launched the Kulturkampf, a struggle against the Catholic Church, fearing that Catholics were more loyal to the Pope than to Germany. When this policy failed, he made peace with the Church. Bismarck also fought the growing socialist movement. He passed anti-socialist laws that restricted socialist organizations. At the same time, he introduced the world's first system of social welfare, health insurance, accident insurance, and old age pensions to win workers' loyalty to the state. These reforms were revolutionary and influenced many other countries. Foreign policy and alliance system. Bismarck wanted peace in Europe to preserve Germany's new position. He created a complex system of alliances to isolate France and avoid a two-front war. The Three Emperors League with Russia and Austria-Hungary, the dual alliance with Austria, and later the reinsurance treaty with Russia were parts of this strategy. He acted as an honest broker at the Congress of Berlin, 1878, settling Balkan conflicts. His diplomacy maintained stability for almost 20 years and made Germany the strongest power on the continent. Personality and leadership style. Bismarck was a man of contradictions, deeply conservative yet revolutionary in methods, loyal to the monarchy yet personally dominant, charming in private yet ruthless in politics. He was a master of manipulation, using press, speeches, and even forged documents to achieve his aims. Supporters admired him as the Iron Chancellor, while opponents saw him as an enemy of freedom. His towering personality shaped every aspect of German politics. Fall from power. In 1888, Wilhelm II became German emperor. The young ruler wanted to govern personally and disliked Bismarck's independent authority. Conflicts over policy, especially toward Russia and the Socialists, led to Bismarck's dismissal in 1890. The old statesman retired to his estate at Friedrichsruh but remained a powerful symbol. He criticized the new government, predicting that its reckless course would lead to disaster. Death and historical legacy. Otto von Bismarck died on July 30, 1898. His legacy is enormous and controversial. He created the modern German nation-state and transformed the balance of power in Europe. His social legislation laid foundations of the welfare state, and his diplomacy preserved peace for a generation. Yet his authoritarian methods weakened parliamentary democracy and encouraged militarism. Later German leaders abandoned his cautious foreign policy, contributing to the tensions that led to World War I. Conclusion. Bismarck remains one of the greatest and most complex figures of the 19th century. He was not an idealist but a realist who believed in power, tradition, and national interest. Through determination, intelligence, and sometimes ruthless tactics, he changed the map of Europe. Whether viewed as a national hero or as a defender of authoritarianism, his life illustrates how one powerful personality can shape the destiny of a nation.